Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today, let's take a look at the major stories shaping China's humanoid robotics sector over the past 2 weeks. The biggest news in town is the initial public offering of Unitree Robotics, which values the Hangzhou-based firm at 60.99 billion yuan. Widely billed as mainland China's first humanoid stock, Unitree has priced its IPO on Shanghai's star market at 150.8 yuan per share. Unitree stands out because it is already profitable and enjoys strong brand recognition in China, thanks in part to high-profile appearances like its performances during the Spring Festival Gala. Often seen as a benchmark for the physical AI sector, Unitree's public listing is setting off a race among other Chinese robotics startups, such as Deep Robotics, Leju Robotics, Agibot, X-Square Robot, and Lynx Dynamics, to enter the public markets as well. Unitree founder Wang Xingxing recently noted that embodied AI is still in its infancy, comparing it to the early days of personal computers, where a robot's ability to adapt to unfamiliar environments across the industry still needs major work. Even so, Unitree shipped more than 5,500 humanoid robots in 2025, the highest total globally. Beyond humanoid and quadruped robots, the company is also exploring new form factors, including mecha-style robots designed for heavy-duty, high-risk industrial work. A recent analysis by Liu Zhengxin at IPO compares Unitree with several robotics firms already listed in Hong Kong, including Seer Robotics, Yuptech, and DOBOT. Unitree's IPO valuation puts it well ahead of many of its listed peers, underscoring intense investor enthusiasm. However, that high valuation comes with notable risks, slowing growth. While Unitree's revenue jumped more than fourfold in 2025, year-on-year growth slowed to 68.5% in the first quarter of 2026. Commercialization challenges. In the first 9 months of 2025, nearly 74% of Unitree's humanoid robot sales came from research and education institutions, while industrial applications accounted for only about 9%. In other words, its humanoids are still predominantly research tools rather than productive factory workers. Valuation and AI technology gaps. Unitree was valued at 12.7 billion yuan after its last pre-IPO funding round in June 2025, meaning its valuation has multiplied in just over a year. At the same time, the company acknowledges that its embodied AI foundation models, the robot's brain, remain a core area for development. Consequently, AI model development is slated as one of the largest uses of its IPO proceeds. I think I have mentioned other companies like Galbot and Galaxia Dynamics stand out for the brains. Geopolitical risks. International markets have generated over 40% of Unitree's revenue in recent years, with a significant share coming from the US. Potential new restrictions on foreign-made advanced robotics could constrain future sales in key overseas markets. In short, Unitree has outshone many of its peers in both growth and market valuation. But its next test will be tougher, sustaining growth, expanding beyond academia into industrial deployment, advancing its AI software, and navigating trade tensions. Of course, these challenges are not just for Unitree, but for the entire sector. Next up is Agibot. While Unitree claimed top physical shipment numbers for 2025, rival Agibot also claimed the top spot on its own website. Data disputes aside, Agibot is making waves with creative marketing, the company recently highlighted its Expedition A3 model, positioning it as a silicon-based star born for the stage. Agibot launched what it calls the world's first robot wuxia IP, featuring martial arts actors Louis Fan and Zhang Langsen in a live-action fight scene alongside the A3. The robot demonstrated real-time, defensive, offensive, and counter-move maneuvers to showcase its motion control and decision-making capabilities. Agibot is also leaning heavily into user-generated content. They launched the Linkcraft Creative Competition under the banner "Everyone Can Be a Robot Director." The competition invites creators, students, and robotics enthusiasts to design robot routines across dance, martial arts, and entertainment. Entrants use Agibot's Linkcraft platform for cloud-based AI training and choreography, competing for a cash prize pool worth over 1 million yuan. Our third story comes from DOBOT. On August 5th, DOBOT unveiled LUMO, which it describes as the world's first all-scenario embodied humanoid robot. Standing roughly 1.3 meters tall, LUMO is designed to seamlessly adapt to different home and lifestyle roles, acting as a companion for urban professionals, a playmate for toddlers, or a learning tutor for school-aged kids. As always, take the world's first claims with a grain of salt. Tech companies love to carve out ultra-specific niches just to claim a title. Taking a step back to look at the broader industry, China's humanoid sector is continuing to expand rapidly. According to data released by China's State Administration for Market Regulation, on August 8th, 116,000 new enterprises registered in the humanoid robotics sector during the first half of this year alone, a 9.5% increase year-on-year. On the investment front, tactile sensing specialist Pasini announced on August 4th that it secured a new strategic funding round exceeding 1 billion yuan. This brings Pasini's total funding to 3.5 billion yuan, the largest cumulative sum raised in the global tactile sensing space. Notable investors in this round include major tech and industrial giants such as JD.com, BYD, and SAIC Motor. That's all for today's update on China's humanoid robotics landscape. What do you think about Unitree's IPO valuation? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.